Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Friday, July 19th, 2024. Of course, because it's Friday, you know what that means. It is the premium public video discussion. In this discussion, we go over some of the technical details. And if you're interested in getting this information every day and also emailing me and asking me questions about what to do about weddings and whatnot, definitely consider joining NYNJP Weather Premium Membership, which is linked up there. And it's only $15 a month and well worth it. At least many people tell me so. So here we have the tropics, and it is absolutely quiet. Not one disturbance is expected to develop over the next 7 days, actually, probably the next 15 days, really. And the reason why is because the MJO is in such a phase that it causes suppression, sinking air. So you have a lot of dry air out here. And so as a result, anything that tries to come off the African coast, and right now there isn't much to begin with, well, it pretty much just peters out. And as you can see, the intertropical convergence zone is as dead as can be. And there is nothing really imminent to develop out here in the Caribbean as well. So it's pretty quiet out there. Back home, it's pretty quiet as well. High pressure is building in with a north-northwesterly wind, with winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's actually very, very pleasant. This morning is thousands of times better than what we've been dealing with for much of this week. For example, our dew points right now are in the mid to upper 50s. Our temperatures range from the lower to mid 60s over the higher elevations, upper 60s to lower 70s in your suburbs, and lower 70s in your urban areas. Frankly, it is literally perfect out. And I think you should get out there and enjoy it after you watch this video, of course. So, excellent weather is in place, high pressure is in control. Just wanted to show you the humidity. Again, our dew points were up in this range, which is very bad. We don't want to be in this range. This is what Florida is like. And there's a reason why I don't live in Florida. It's because I do not like the humidity. So this could stay off the coast. Thank you very much. We are in this regime now, which is incredibly comfortable. Typically, we're in this ballpark right here. Mid 60s to lower 70s, which is humid, but you would expect it for this time of year in New Jersey and New York City. And you get a little bit of humidity, but it's not like as if you're walking out in a sauna every day, sweating and not getting any relief. So now we're in that regime where it's incredibly comfortable, perfect weather conditions to go outdoors. And you can see on the latest weather tab, radar and surface map, cold fronts will off the coast. High pressure is over the Great Lakes, eastern Great Lakes, and we have no precipitation at all. It's beautiful. It's perfect. And guess what? This is pretty much going to continue all the way through the weekend. As you can see on our visible satellite picture, not much going on except a lot of clear skies. Here is our jet stream out here. That's what this representation is. In fact, you saw it really nicely last night and with the sunset, the way that the clouds were kind of getting stretched out. That was a representation of the jet stream. That was pretty cool to watch. It was a nice sunset. And we continue to see that kind of drifting off the coast. And for today, plenty of sunshine with plenty of low humidity. Looking back at the infrared satellite picture, you can see all the way back into the upper Midwest, not a cloud in the sky. It's absolutely beautiful. So where is our next rain threat coming from? Well, it's kind of bubbling up right down here. So when take a look at the water vapor satellite picture, here's our Western Atlantic Ridge out here. And as you can see, there's plenty of moisture. Right now, the trough axis is pushing right over us, so obviously the southwesterly flow is kicked off the coast. This leads to tranquil weather conditions for now and really on through the weekend. However, this ridge isn't just going to take laying down and stay out in the Atlantic. It is going to try to push its way back towards the coast. So you can see what the threat is here with this Western Atlantic ridge. It can build back just enough, but this trough is going to be hanging around. And so you have moisture transport and pesky short waves. The combination of which we are seeing right now over the Atlantic producing scattered showers. Now, model guidance, when it sees this, produces a whole lot of green, a whole lot of PDF, precipitable water, okay? A lot of precipitation. But in reality, it's really more scattered, okay? So you have a lot of moisture and it's scattered and it's just pesky showers everywhere. In this case, this is going to try to push towards the coast once again by next week, by let's say about Tuesday. So we can see that playing out very nicely. This is the integrated vapor transport. Think of it as the highway for our moisture, right? So a couple of days ago, this was basically right around this feature was right around let's say Bermuda. And this whole moisture transport was dominating the eastern 2/3 of the United States. Okay. So you had all this tropical moisture surging all over the eastern United States. And that led to, of course, a lot of humidity, a lot of pesky thunderstorms, and just oppressive conditions. Now the ridge is pushed further out in the Atlantic. Not by a lot, but just enough, right? So through the weekend, it remains out there. Not much really going on. We have a upper level low to our north, ridge to our south. We're going to see a slight increase in humidity this weekend, but nothing oppressive. We're talking about 60s for lows rather than 50s for lows over the interior and 70s along the coast. Not anything that is unusual. And when I say 70s, I mean like 70, 71. But as we move towards early next week and then into the middle of the week, this ridge is going to build back that this trough is going to try to dig. Now, these two are interacting because of the nature of the tropical forcing we have now. MJO is kind of a little weak. We're trying to develop La Nina, but it is really sputtering. And the negative PDO is present, but it's not very strong. In other words, we have a lot of forcing mechanisms that are very, very weak. So you're getting a lot of chaos as a result because there's no primary driving mechanism. So what you have here is the Western Atlantic Ridge trying to butt up against the trough here over the Great Lakes. And so you end up with this weak frontal boundary hanging around and these little short waves. And you can see the moisture transport coming right from the Atlantic right into the northern mid-Atlantic. And that is really going to be amplified by the end of the week. And then possibly into next weekend, we might deal with this cold front trying to push through. But there might be a struggle to push back once again with the Western Atlantic Ridge. One thing that's different with this weather pattern, okay, is that in the previous one where we had the oppressive heat, this ridge would not give and this trough would not win. In this weather pattern, the trough has a better chance of winning this fight, so it's able to push closer to the coast. And so as a result, you get more breaks in this weather pattern. You get better chances of seeing some of that lower humidity. So just breaking this down over the next couple of days, here we are at 500 millibars. Again, pretty quiet through this weekend. There is some signal of possibly an isolated shower popping up on Saturday evening. That's showing up more on the synoptic models than the mesoscale models. The latest NAM, in fact, barely had any precipitation. So I'm thinking more cloud cover than any type of precipitation for Saturday evening into early Sunday morning. But other than that, I mean, most people are sleeping about then anyway. But other than that, it is going to be pretty quiet this weekend into Monday. Now, next week, notice our trough digs a little bit more in the Great Lakes. Our ridge tries to fight back, and we have a little bit more PVA. And this right here, this is called divergence and difluence here. You got confluence here with a high pressure system, difluence here. So this leads to more lifting. So as that is happening, and you're seeing more and more PVA, more and more rising motion in the atmosphere with a pesky cold front. Again, there's no strong low pressure systems here. It's just a stalled frontal boundary and a lot of short waves, mid-level and upper level lifting. And that is interacting with this jet streak here with plenty of water. Again, our precipitable water values jump up to over 2 inches. So, what does this tell me? I don't see this as a widespread rainfall event, but a lot of scattered showers. And the reason why I say that is, well, look at the PVA here. It's kind of broken up and scattered and disorganized. There's no strong low pressure system or shortwave that is driving this pattern. And also, more importantly, the nature of the precipitable water value has a very convective look to it. So this is pop-up showers and tropical thunderstorms and tropical downpours and whatnot setting up. So if you have outdoor plans for the middle and end of next week, you might want to consider some backup plans. So let's dive into this forecast for today. High pressures in control, excellent weather conditions are expected, low humidity. Look for high temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s over the northern interior, lower to mid 80s along the coast, and mid to upper 80s in the Delaware River Valley, with again low humidity. For tonight into tomorrow morning, look for scattered cloud cover with low temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, mid to upper 60s along the coast. For tomorrow afternoon, looking at scattered cloud cover, I think it's going to remain dry with high temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 80s over the northern interior, mid to upper 80s along the coast, and upper 80s to lower 90s in the Delaware River Valley. On Sunday, scattered cloud cover is expected once again, with low temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior, upper 60s to lower 70s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 80s over the northern interior, mid to upper 80s along the coast, and upper 80s to lower 90s in the Delaware River Valley. On Monday, increasing cloud cover is expected with low temperatures in the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior, upper 60s to lower 70s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 80s on Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s along the coast, lower to mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley, and mid to upper 80s over the interior. Now, on Tuesday, we get this stationary front hanging around, and you start to see scattered showers increasing in coverage. And again, some of these showers would be capable of some very heavy downpours. Look for low temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s, and high temperatures ranging from the upper 70s to lower 80s over the interior and along the coast, lower to mid 80s in the Delaware River Valley. And these showers again could produce a quick half an inch of rain, while the next town over gets almost nothing. So a lot of hit and miss here in terms of the rainfall amounts. Rinse and repeat on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Scattered showers. Again, this looks like a washout, but really it's a lot of scattered showers moving around the region with low temperatures throughout this forecast period, ranging from the upper 60s to lower 70s over the interior, lower to mid 70s along the coast, and high temperatures will range from the upper 70s to lower 80s over the northern interior, lower to mid 80s along the coast, and mid to upper 80s in the Delaware River Valley. If you don't get rainfall for that day, you might actually be capable of pushing 90 degrees to get a little bit more breaks of sun. But for the most part, it's just going to be kind of muggy, but not oppressively humid. You know, we're not talking about dew points around 78 unless it's raining and then the temperature is 78. But we are talking about where you're going to feel that humidity, where the mid 80s will feel more like the upper 80s to lower 90s. So we will be dealing with that tropical type conditions. That is your forecast discussion for today. Have a wonderful day. And as always, stay safe out there.